And just that's the trade. Stop it at there.
And that was, again, I don't know if we're going to see it, but a replay would be great because that was so great. They punished Super Prince for missing, by the way, and aggressively flickering. They punish them. A King Kong actually stops the turtle for a little bit, re-engages, gets the turtle, and then they get a couple kills. So Fnatic goes up, turns a bunch in their favor. And it could have gone really bad if it was just a punish on Super Prince for flickering forward. But man, that's hopefully a preview of the series as a whole that we have unfolding in front of us. Here we go, jump in from Brusco.
Brusco goes with the AOG Kelra. Look at the rockets coming in from Kelra, bursting down Renegade. That's a great pickoff once again from a very active Brusco. Now, so far, we've been seeing
Selamat datang kembali semuanya kawan-kawan. Welcome back.
See, I'm saying, you know, when you're a Terizla and you're seeing Garagacha do that, you're only hoping, you're like, man, I wish I could jump into the air across the map, you know? So it's almost got to be up to UA to be like, yeah, I'll take the Avatar of the Guardian, and hopefully I can do that. Because Renegade essentially, like you said, he's slow.
Domain, guys,
so if
domain.
the flicker's not available, and you're a roamer, it's not like you're going to surprise people like an Avatar of the Guardian. Like, they're going to see you walking over with your huge mace, and then you got to jump towards them. And if you're on a flicker, it's much more difficult as a roam Terizla, for example, to pull off that value, that amount of value that, you know, Brusco, as long as his ultimate up, there's value there. So second turtle.
Evos kosong pendekar 3 betul.
Wih,
gila. Loi jadi match ini ya. Loi jadi match kekinian banget ya. Loi edit. Loi edit Brusco. Loi edit gak?
This is very quickly turning into a snowball fest right now for Fnatic. Wow, even that. Just threat enough that Domeng actually flickers. Because, look at this, another jump. Oh.
They're depriving Demon Kite of his orange buff, but not just that, he's also going to take his own life.
Langsung kelihatan sulit adik-adik.
As King Kong once again gets a kill. And now flexing onto Edward. A dominant start for the Sonics.
They're feeling it. Fnatic Onic Philippines is feeling it right now, and I don't know, man. There's something about this Garagacha pick that teams are going to have to do, and that's why it's prioritized so much, right? Because of, look at the amount of pressure. As soon as that ultimate's up, you jump in. You can make a call, put pressure where you need to. Not only that, though, but there's so much map pressure because there's also a... So as the game goes on, you have to deal with a multifaceted approach from Fnatic Onic Philippines and Aurora. You know, really, that's why they can, like I said, they can play around the fact that UA, yes, he can take one of the ultimates, right? He can take, most likely, that Avatar of the Guardian, but
live di sana
they have to have things really fall into place for them to just go ahead and
gameplay FNOP mirip-mirip gameplay TLID. Mereka pegang dari early kalau yang mereka.
That's always, you know, it's always an option, but when you continuously fall behind like this, we're talking about a
Blacklist 21 tapi menang Falcon Epic Brand.
If they even get that setup right here, because even Demon Kite falling behind.
Okay, another catch from Kirk. Renegade is going to fall down. Spear of Destruction is going to connect, but is the damage going to be enough for Aurora? Now they're taking away once again Demon Kite's purple buff.
Whoa!
Demon Kite! Fnatic Onic just continuing
langsung diteleport, langsung meninggal. Udah makan. Makanya gue agak telat.
Big plays once again for the Sonics.
Langsung meninggal.
And this game might not even reach the late game or
ada
the mid
Ji.
game because 7.5k gold lead in
Ini
under 7
definisi dari The King ya. The King dari papan atas, cok. Regular season.
Oh, you can already see the shots coming out from Kelra here, but I don't know. The way Fnatic Onic approach this game one, they're looking to end it on the first Lord even. That's 3 for 3 Turtles, building up the lead here. There's nothing
udah langsung kelihatan sulitnya gak sih buat ngelawan?
Just struggling. I mean, this is where we were talking about. You know, there was a lot of bans towards Renegade's hero pool. Oh, here we go. Are they trying to make a play themselves?
Oh, Renegade counterattack with a penalty zone. But again, is the damage going to be enough though? Kirk struggling at the damage with the primal round.
Saya aslinya
they're going to bring down Edward.
Ditembak Rainer Apathy, anjir. Di sana ini FNOP.
Gonna catch you.
Wah, King Kongnya sampai dalam-dalam.
Brings him down and only Domeng remains. They still have their inhibitors and the holy shield with the recalls. the thunder, the lightning shines brighter than the northern lights of Aurora as they
Bukan
want to
Onic
end this
Indonesia.
game as quickly as possible. Gonna take down an inhibitor in the middle lane.
Gila di bawah menit
I
8
can't
satu turret
recall when
hilang
I've
coy yang di
seen
tengah.
a team play with this much aggression and
Di
have
bawah
this
menit
kind of lead
8.
this early on. But
Ini
Fnatic
beda
on
tim
Philippines
lagi nih,
is
beda tim, beda
definitely
rasa semua.
playing like a Sonic here because they're still pushing to the base. Look at the shots even
Mau loh
coming
dia.
out from King Kong with the Queller. So you're still 40 seconds away from this Lord here. And I don't know, they might be, you know, at this point, it seems like Aurora is just kind of, they want to make some desperate moves to try to turn the tide.
Yeah, eventually Aurora's gonna lose if Fnatic Onic plays as disciplined as possible and gets the future Lords. So I do agree with what you're saying. They're just gonna throw a Hail Mary, try and salvage a play, try to make the most out of the situation. Because honestly, 8 minutes, even before 9 minutes, Naisu, look at the gold lead. That's 12.9k for the
Massive.
Sonics. Kill scoreboard 15
Langsung
to 1.
kayak susah menang gila.
You know, this is scary.
RRQ versus
pretty
FNOP.
sure Fnatic's
Jangan sampai
hungrier this time.
Fnok
We
lawan
can recall their last
Fnok lawan
regular
Fnok
season
gimana
series
guys?
was a loss onto Omega. They want to prove the
There we
haters
go.
wrong, the doubters wrong. We
Iya,
have
diambil,
Divergence
diambil.
coming in from Aurora. Who are they going to catch
Nggak
though?
bisa sih,
Again,
Brusco-nya-
is the damage going to be enough?
Brusco-nya
Even
kuat
Kella
banget, men.
Trying to bring down
Oh.
Dome. He will. 3 members are down for Aurora. In exchange
Astaga,
for
nih
Kella's
Brusco
life,
kuat
goes in
banget.
with AOG. And that diversion play for Super
selesai,
Prince.
selesai.
They're going for the minions into the middle lane. And
Di bawah
that's it.
menit 10.
Game 1 is as fast.
Di bawah menit
This
10
is
selesai
actually
gamenya.
the fastest game this season. 9
Di bawah
minutes
menit
and
10. What is
33
this, man?
seconds for the Sonics.
I did not think I would see a game end
Baru
like
masuk udah
this
menang. Halo
fast
Cherry,
in
apa
the
kabar? Selamat
playoffs.
malam, sehat.
And people
Cherry sehat.
question Fnatic.
Brusco
going to
juga
the
kuat
playoffs. I
banget
mean,
lawan
they
draftnya.
closed
Gue aja
the
kagak.
regular season
Gue
and
pas draft gue
looked at
mandi
that.
kan. Begitu selesai udah menit segini nih. Terus
My
tiba-tiba udah
goodness,
selesai.
What a game. What a statement for
Oh,
game
gila ini
number 1
Fnatic.
here, this best of
Kuat
5.
guys, kuat.
Leo, Rockhart, what do you guys have to say about this one?
Strong. Ambil gue download ya. Gue download ah.
Wow.
Ada game baru nih banyak nih. Rin Tintin guys. Ada Rin Tintin.
You say something.
Kalian tau Tintin nggak? Tintin. Yang ada
Wow.
doginya tuh.
9:22 is the
The
new
heck, nih, tiba-tiba
record for the
selesai.
fastest game in all of MPL.
Ya, aku sama KB sama.
season 14. And Fnatic
Ini
on
player-player tersakiti,
played
betul
their
dong.
first
Lu
game
harus
in all the playoffs.
Lu harus disakiti kan, sama kan kayak mereka langsung jadi jago kan.
You know when a team comes
Geng
up
mulet gak tuh?
in
Woi,
the playoffs
geng
after
mulet.
taking the first day off, you kinda expect
Halo,
to have some
Sagittarius.
jitters, right?
Kind of like need to get the rust off the
Yeah,
hands. Yeah.
or warm up, but Fnatic Onic
Habis mandi, habis
beating their own
makan,
records,
habis
making
beberes-beres.
Aurora look like they weren't the team that they were last night. What does this say about Fnatic? What now the people who are online saying there's still the playoffs? It's a very different beast. I'll tell you what a different beast
Astaga,
is.
Brusco men.
on that Gatot Kacha.
Kasih dia martabak boy.
He's the guy who just keeps on diving, keeps on jumping in, just refuses to go down. 90% of the games, fights he was there, and he was
Game
happy to
cepet
take
banget.
it.
Game gue baru
Again,
selesai mandi,
crowd
tiba-tiba
wouldn't
selesai.
matter. I didn't even know.
Pape,
the
lihat
crowd
Pape.
break that fast.
Brusco mau martabak Pape.
Honestly, at about the 6-7 minute mark, I was just about to come up with my thesis statement of how Fnatic Onic are outplaying, outclassing, outmaneuvering, and outgunning Aurora.
Sesuatu.
Mainly it's because of
Tadi 3-2
the
tadi.
range, the diversity in their engagements.
Pape,
and-
lihat Brusco,
and the
Pape,
damage
jago
they
banget.
have. It's just the perfect mix that Aurora can answer back. Rockhart, you know why the MVP is Gatot?
Yeah.
Why the MVP is Brusco?
Yeah,
He's the
why not?
perfect example of how you cannot pick a fight.
Player-player yang
against Fnatic.
tersakiti ini berkumpul jadi
I
satu.
mean, I guess he does embody that, right?
Right,
If you pick a fight with me, you better make sure you can finish it because you can't run away.
Exactly. Up close, I'll taunt you, and I will out-sustain you. Far away, I can stun like 3 of your friends, and then still fight.
So you always got to keep me on my toes, or else you're gonna lose out. And in fairness
Gak
to
tau
Aurora,
Yanto di mana.
multiple times Wawa to catch, by the way.
9:15 is the moment where my jaw dropped, and my new pair of pants could not come any sooner. Did you see that play? The answer to the diversion stolen away by Aurora?
Dude, they were playing man-to-man. How do you man-to-man defense in a play wherein you're the defender?
Yeah, I mean, it's just straight to the base. You go, I guess. You skip so many steps.
It's like they're attached by the umbilical cord.
That's right. I mean, it was not a perfect
Terlalu
game.
jadi, guys,
You know,
terlalu
there
jadi.
were some slip-ups here and there.
Tidak
but
bisa dihentikan
It
ya.
was, I think, it was the sacrifice necessary to kind of speed it up and make sure.
Yang menang sebelum ini tuh Falcon Epi Brand.
Right? I would trade some
Fecap.
kills just to make sure I could end the game right now. Something like that.
Looking at the item builds here, Aurora, they couldn't build much, all right? Look at Demon Kite, forced to rush that Blood Wings on his way to a Feathered Heaven, nothing. Looking at Renegade, couldn't even build a full item. Edward, again, being who he is.
Cuman Yue yang dapat kill.
Underbelt.
Lo lihat tuh King Kong, Kairi dewasa coy.
Straight up. And again, this is also the reason why I don't really like Trizzle on drone is, you know, that. I mean, Tigreal, you can go all game long without an item. You could still.
Aurora M6 belum tentu lah,
Trizzle
belum tentu.
kinda has to stay there for a few.
Jangan terlalu memuji regen tetangga juga ya, gue sliding nih
Body
kalian ya.
Smith now scales, meaning if you end the game fast enough, that means Body Smith would have capped at 20%, 25%.
Mirip Kairi.
That's right, and you can't really maximize it.
That's baby damage reduction.
That's true. And you're standing there, and it's so hard to. No matter how skilled you are, by the way.
Ya,
no matter
King Kong
how good
mantan
at you
TNC.
are at moving, at playing, at casting skills, if you're as squishy as hell, you might as well just pick another one.
And that is the dilemma that Aurora has on their hands right now. They picked up good heroes, yes. Roll to roll. Asterisk on maybe that Tirisla. Good try, Renegade. NT. But big picture, it doesn't come together as good as how Fnatic Onic made theirs work.
That's right. I mean, this is a lineup that can move across the map with relative ease. It can duel each and every lane, and you'll probably get a win 6 out of 10 times. And
That's conservative.
Email
numbers.
kosong.
yeah, that's conservative, right? I mean,
Pas
initially,
Irat dia
before
lagi
they
coba lihat
start
Skyler
playing,
mabar
because
VIP.
I think they already had like a 60% like advantage.
Minus a snowball.
But yeah, they did go with
Metapause.
snowball mode as
Aduh,
well. So
Metapause
that's
itu
like
kalian yang
double
menciptakan,
damage,
Cok.
double the amount of pressure you could put out on the map in a short amount of
Yang
time.
kalah lower
No
bracket.
need for Fnatic Onic to actually speed up. Like they could have won still at
Saya tutupin
12,
Brusco-nya.
13, 15.
Kalian nggak boleh lihat Brusco
But the
guys ya.
fact that at minute
Kita
1 or
tutupin
2,
nih, kita pegang dia.
if I'm not mistaken, Super Prince forward
glue.
flickered. That means he means business. That means they're all on the same
Kena glue
page.
dia.
That we're going to push our
Di bawah
advantage
menit
as hard as
10
we
aja
could.
selesai.
The snowball out of control. And I'm sure that
Venom
was
kalah
just
sekali
an
dari Smart
additional
Omega. Tapi Smart Omega udah cabut.
check off the list,
Udah
but they
gugur
broke their
kemarin.
own records, the fastest game in the season.
9-32. And again, I
Tadi
didn't
siang
believe
16-0
it could happen
tadi
in
siang.
Playoffs, bro.
Eko udah gak lolos guys, udah jangan
It's
dicari.
like just they're just trying to outdo
Prediksi
themselves.
skor
And
ya.
again, if you're trying to
Gue
prove
pengen
yourself
bilang
as
yang
the
ini
best player,
3-2 tadi. Terus tiba-tiba menang
just
1-0
try to be a
cepet.
better
Kayaknya
version of who you
3-0.
were yesterday. And first, they
Yang
did
udah
some
pulang.
magic, I guess, during the downtime.
Apa kemarin
during the
Smart
downtime.
Omega sama apa?
Some Onic magic.
Sama Iko, sama Liquid.
Pretty much
Liquid
around
PH.
the board.
It was Fnatic. Tastical. That's the word.
Fnatic.
That's the word. That's the word.
I believe you.
This leaves us now to ask the question, what could have Aurora done different? Because their draft was fine. Their play was clean up until it was out of their control. Something tells me Midnight might have the answer. He might be able to give us a
Hopefully.
little more in-depth insights on what happened in Game 1.
Fastest game ever, and here's how it went. Magandang buhay, my name is Auntie Anara, and
Anjir,
welcome
Auntie Anara,
to the
gago.
analyst
Heads up
stand
with
kung
the-
saan brinake lang naman ng Fnatic Onic Philippines ang kanilang record na CNET in the regular season, and the entire lineup of Fnatic Onic Philippines, the super family, on its own has lockdown. They have the ED and they have the Gato Kacha. And what makes this special is the fact that Brusco doesn't hesitate casting the Avatar of the Guardian whenever he can. We see in the early stages of the game, he caught Renny J towards that turtle pit, and that paved the way for them to be able to amass a huge amount of gold earlier on into the match. 5 minutes in, they had 1k gold per minute, and then when the time came, they had 11, 12k gold against their opponent. The entire lineup of Fnatic Onic Philippines moved so fast to the point that Aurora MLBB wasn't able to respond properly.
Kalau
because
adu
they
statistik ya,
have
SRG
the
lawan
ultimate
FNOP.
coming
Kalau
from
gue
the
tetap
lead, the lockdown coming from
tetap
the
ini,
Egypt, the Gato Kacha,
FNOP.
the damage output coming from the Filipino Savage. And if we are gonna look at the item progression, specifically coming from Kelra, he had the audacity to be able to build the Blade of Despair, mostly because of the fact that he was
Who
able
win?
to farm
FNOP.
earlier on into the match. It didn't come to a point wherein Kelra was suffocated in his lane because we saw how Aurora MLBB wasn't able to respond, as I've said earlier, and the tempo and the momentum of the entire matchup was dictated entirely by a Fnatic Onic Philippines. And as we see here, we've been able to see just how the Super Family sticks to their guns. Nakita natin kung paano nila pinatunayan na Super Family sila all throughout the match because they stick together and they were able to do what they do best. It seems as if the regular season curse isn't true in the case of Fnatic Onic Philippines because they were able to execute their entire lineup properly, and that is how they were able to set the new record. But now, we'll head on over back to our panel.
Thanks, Antianara, for adding a little bit more detail into the breakdown of game number 1. Anti mentioned farm. Is because of the aforementioned factors of Fnatic Onic performance that just choked down the farm on Aurora.
Rusak.
And number one, not just farm jungle, okay? Every single lane's farm. And again, it just kind of boils down to resource management at this point. Throwing where you can afford to throw King Kong, at the same time juggling his duties as clearing your own camps. It was just efficient. It was so efficient, and that's the only way that you can reach this 9:42 game time.
9:34 is the final number.
9:34.
Just got word
There
from our
you go.
producers, 9:34. And as well, a quick update. That's a 4-0 now, Rockhard. 4-0 on
4-0.
Beatrix for Kelra, and then 5-1 for
Retro ya,
I mean, we don't
NEC,
count
NES
stats
itu
here. Again,
masuk
this is,
Nintendo.
asterisks excluding the stats from this match, but it just shows you their mastery.
And again, if you're talking about mastery, who else? Who better masters a Beatrix than Kelra? Who, by the way, didn't buy a Sky Piercer.
We don't want to start no online flame wars, all right?
Of course.
Consider what you just said, but yeah.
Yes, it's true though.
Here in this match,
In this specific match, if you're putting in the bubble, it's hard to argue against Kelra's Beatrix, who I was surprised by his runner's apathy, turning it into a shotgun most of the time. And again, didn't build a Sky Piercer, didn't even bother with a Sky Piercer because they knew they were going to end this very quickly.
he didn't need to save up. Again, he knew that the game was ending soon, and the rest of the team knew the game was ending soon. And that's how we end up now at game number 2, 1-0. Again, the shortest game record in Season 14 broken. Considering what happened in all of
Beneran error ya Tuhan. M6 di Malaysia.
934.
Yeah.
Tsukuyomi.
What are our best
Masih match 1, masih panjang ya.
Ingat
Ingat kawan-kawan. Kalian semua dari tadi selalu ngomong, wah ini Blacklist kuat banget nih, Blacklist bisa menang. Calon juara MPL Rungkat Blacklist ya. Rungkat. Ya.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Tapi kalau kata gue sih ini nggak pengaruh sih, nggak bakal bisa digeser.
He has too much. He has so many heroes now.
Paus ya kalau professional
Maybe
player
just
nggak ada
try to
masalah lah.
choose your poison better.
Allow Demon Kite to at least have a fighting chance.
M6
Yes,
mulai bulan
that's-
November.
That's my point actually.
Di minggu
You
ketiga.
can't really efficiently.
Kita mulai
ban
dari
out
wild
first
card,
stage against
Swiss
King
round,
Kong, so
babak
I
playoff.
believe
Babak
just
KO
try to
stage.
Make space for Demon Kite so that in the draft.
MPL Indo playoff
you can get a
minggu
better
depan.
pick for him.
Championnya kalau kataku sih masih FNOP ya.
You also have to watch out for the Tigreal. I mean, it did show its face in the bans earlier.
Yep.
Buat lo kan 3-2 ya, tapi
Just
kalah.
checking the stats. It's
Kenapa
both
Yuchong jarang
Rover's
di pick ya?
number
Kurang
one.
bisa jadi badan.
Brusco
Tadi sempat
and
muncul.
Renegade,
Tigreal, Renegade,
not surprised.
Tigreal, Brusco, things of beauty. Wow. So don't bother.
Yeah. But you know what, for me, in terms of the Sonics, I believe it was so smart of them to actually kind of force Renegade into a pick
Match
that's
1 yang
not
menang
good
FNOP.
and not the Tigreal.
Yeah, how they managed to do that? Like, is the mana so bad for heroes like Minotaur?
Gitu Pak Mulung, bukan.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
At this point, I'm still trying to forget what happened there in Game 4. Don't watch it.
It was so
Watch the
quick.
highlights, but
So quick. It's a quick game anyway.
Very
Game
bad.
4. Yeah.
Renegade played a Kaja yesterday. Hey,
It worked.
maybe that worked. Maybe you could go
That worked.
play for the Kaja Beatrix.
I mean, it was really spicy. That was spicy, but
Yeah, no, Fnatic Onyx not gonna fall for that.
it's so mechanically.
Grand final FNOP lawan Blacklist.
Like you can see it. They can probably
Enggak
see it
dong.
from a mile away. We'll talk about that more in a bit. I'm sure I would love. I think we can base it once we know who goes first.
Yeah.
Right.
That is a side selection coming up in just a bit, but first we would like to invite everyone to celebrate the achievements of our teams, our players, and coaches in the Alamat Awards. That'll happen on the third day of our playoffs tomorrow, October 18. Mark your calendars and be a part of the Alamat.
And you don't want to miss out who becomes a legend as well. Again, these are not like the Hall Legends. I think we might
That's
just move
something
that
else.
soon. That's gonna be happening some other time.
That's
But for
Kenapa
now,
namanya
you
Aurora?
wanna know who,
Karena
like,
nama
regular
timnya
season
Aurora.
MVP is, right?
Rookie of the season,
Stuff, Rookie of the
Most
Season.
improved.
And all of that is coming. We're going to reveal all of that tomorrow. So make sure to set your alarms. You never know when it's going to happen. Maybe start of the game. Maybe start of second series.
And all the more, it's another chance for you to see if your vote paid off. Because this
Masih
guy did.
1-0.
Yes, that's correct. It's factual. I missed the deadline. I tried, but I missed the deadline.
Catching up to MPL workloads takes its toll, but hey, he'll be here tomorrow. We'll all be here tomorrow
We'll all
to
be here
celebrate,
tomorrow.
and that's enough.
Personal pick. Let's just air out personal picks.
Yeah, okay.
Most improved, I think, is Perks. He went from 0 to 10.
Sure, my
In-
most improved is Andorio.
I mean, come on, that guy was a beast.
NT
Regardless of where they are ranked.
NT-OMG.
Emang Aurora ada user tamusnya dia.
Alright. So far, people have transformed.
Ya, buat bocil
Here we go.
jadwal, kita akan
Alright,
punya
for the
playoff
Alamat Awards
MPL
tomorrow,
ID
again, come on down, celebrate
minggu
with
depan
us.
ya.
Let's talk about
Mulai tanggal
side
23
selection.
sampai
Game
dengan
two,
tanggal
away team
27.
chooses, and away is Aurora, they say blue. They're at 59%.
Aurora sama Blacklist
win rate
gameplaynya
on
hampir
blue,
mirip.
and their
Gue liat game
prio
dengan
pick
mistake
win
blunder
rate
musuh. Enggak. Lebih sadis
That
Aurora
is fine.
daripada Blacklist.
That's not bad. And again,
Blacklist
these
itu
are
lebih pasif
averages.
dikit. Mereka masih main
It's kinda
makro.
easy to forget.
Kalau Aurora ini,
You know
tipikalnya
who the
tuh kalau
other
kalah
side
level
is.
juga mereka masih mau berantem. Masih mau baku
And
hantam.
these teams don't care about averages at this point.
Rockhard.
Kalau dari segi draft lebih kuat mana? Menurutku FNOP menang semua sih. Dari draft sampai mekanik.
Fnatic Onyx average game time started at 16.26 minutes, or 16:26 minutes before the game 1. That 9:34 victory is going to pull that average way low.
Way low, for
They're-
sure.
I think they're about to become #1 fastest.
And I guess that's one of the keys as well, right? Like making sure that you can kind of close out these games before they actually get started. That did the trick for them in a lot of lineups that want to go late game. So you know what? Onic knows when the team is kind of trying to buy time, and they know how to stop that.
So here, I think Coach Why Not and the rest of Fnatic Onyx, they read the room, and they say Aurora is a late game team. Let's end it quick.
That's right. And again, tools that can do that probably are in their pockets right now. Like the Fanny, the Low Yi can rotate.
Tim siapa yang bakal ketemuan di Grand Final apa di Indonesia?
Yep.
Right? So
The Link can do the same.
the Ling
Susah
exactly.
ditebak Indonesia. Lebih susah ditebak Indonesia daripada PH.
The way King Kong and the rest of Fnatic Onyx play it could change that.
That's right. King Kong is called Ling Kong for a lot of reasons, and one of them is that he can fight and he can find these really weird scenarios where he can still get an edge even if he's behind.
Yeah, we've seen his Ling in the regular season go up to like 10-11 minutes without a
Kelamaan
single
nggak
kill.
bisa guys.
And
Kita
then
sebagai
suddenly
talent
get that
juga.
50-50
Kalau lama pun kita ya ngobrol-ngobrol aja.
from out of nowhere.
Kadang tuh
So with
netizen
that
suka
said,
bilang, woi lama-lama,
let's get into
cepet-cepet.
the draft.
Player itu lagi
Again,
preparation guys ya. Jadi
Aurora
selama
has
kita
to
ngomong,
So there's a lot on the
pemain
plate
itu lagi
for Fnatic, the
persiapan
basics, Coach Dexter,
buat mereka main juga.
Fnatic Onyx.
Mungkin ada kendala atau gimana, jadi kadang-kadang kelihatan ya agak lama dikit gitu loh.
Yeah. Can't
Tahan
forget about
santai
Sky
aja.
King,
Kalau
Ling
bisa
Kong.
cepet langsung gua masukin kalian semua dah.
Let's say that.
Not really. I retract that statement.
You're starting up a lot of ish online, Rockhard.
I retract that statement.
All right, here we go. Opening volley for Master the Basics.
Kasih Pak.
Lo Yi, the Fanny, and the Jushin.
Orang Makassar.
At least they kind of do their homework. The
Pecap
two
Fenop Grand Final. Nah ini
people
gue
that we
suka nih
mentioned
Steph nih.
that can really pick off
Seru tuh.
struggling gold laners. The Lo Yi and the Fanny are banned out.
Oh dia mau ambil Gatot Kaca lagi
That
nih
means
Aurora
a
nih.
lot here, to be honest, for FNOP. Do you want to ban the Tigreal now?
not the only one bound
No?
by
You
this.
want
I
to
don't
ban
think
now?
so. Tigreal ban came in later.
Yeah.
This is just covering their bases, Coach Why Not? The Chip, the Matilda, and the
The
Movius.
immortal one chose me to
That's a
vanquish
Suyo.
the shadows.
Suyo.
that plague
Safe
this
enough.
world.
Do they go Kaja here? I don't think so. I don't think you rush the Kaja.
Yeah, we're talking about like straight up counters for Suyo.
You can get the Gatoti. You can get the Gatoti right now.
Spoiler alert, there's no straight up counter to Suyo yet.
Or Edith Valentina.
Um,
Oh no, Edith Gatoti.
Edith Gatoti. Alright, very solid picks right now for FNOC, making sure that their front line's locked in.
They don't care, so you go Valentina. Oh, do you go
It
do you go to mid trio? Is that it?
Global
Yes,
ban di
yes.
MDL.
Right now?
this is a perfect. I don't know if FNOC is setting
Astaga
up for.
Suhenda.
Oh, we have an Edith. You should pick
Enggak lah,
Valentina
King
here.
Kong beda,
right?
King Kong.
That seems to be the play.
Feels like a trap though,
Definitely.
right?
I think it's a trap.
Tuh, ini Fnop suka edit nih sama kayak Om Wawa nih.
Either way, you still want to go Roamer.
Pecinta edit.
You want to block Integral here.
One or the other, yeah. Look at this. That's what the basics.
Harif is in.
Look into Renegades' beautiful eyes saying, are you sure? No, it's fine, coach. Let him pick first. Give him the Harith.
Now Harif is great, so
This is Rome or mid.
probably Rome, right?
Suyo lumayan
Mid
mahal.
is kind of crucial here. 'Cause
Feeling
it
gua
can get kinda
3-1
easily
lah.
banned out. So it's pretty smart for them to take it right now.
They take the counter trap.
Loyi lagi
Take
kah?
the unreliable Vexana.
Usually they would love to
Halo, Rio.
actually put that on Super Prince in these scenarios where there's a Gatot Gacha. So you're right. I think they put up a trap themselves, Aurora here.
Yep, they stole it away. I can already see it like a trampoline. AOG and the EG.
Yep.
That's an
Oh iya Loyi yang di
AO
ban,
gank.
Cok.
And,
Semahal itu sekarang Loyi.
and Domin can kind of just do whatever he wants after that,
Loyi
right?
cusin mid lane Aurora dong.
Great pull here.
The only,
Was that Eve?
Yes, the only other winning Eve, if I'm not mistaken, in MPL Philippines. It's now a small club of Super
Eve.
Prince and few. Folks, blast me in the comments. Reach out to me on social media if I got the stat wrong.
Is it one apiece?
Kenapa KB marah-marah?
2 now for few.
Two for few. Okay, two for few. Because of the game earlier.
Hilang senyum dong,
Right.
Be. Gitu.
Thank you.
So with that said, Tigreal
Halo,
getting
Dance
banned
School.
out. Oh man, Renegade such a
Suyo
martyr.
waktu itu memang masih masuk ke ban
So
list.
unselfish.
They knew
Belum
it
bisa
was gonna
dipergunakan
happen,
selama
right?
2 minggu.
So
Betul
kind.
Jaya.
You say all the adjectives for Renegade now.
Oh, the good adjectives.
Good adjective.
He can never be bad in my eyes.
One adjective you can add to that is also flexible, very versatile.
Oh yeah,
He
for sure.
he does not
What was the
care.
number? 16, 17 picks?
16.
Kok dia
picks, yeah.
nge-lag?
And that
Bilang
includes,
jadilah seperti Om
picks
Wawa.
like with Rizla, like we mentioned
Tidak
earlier,
ada lag sama
which
sekali.
again didn't really work in game 1, but who knows? Maybe if you add it in this one, maybe.
No. With this 3 here, I don't think it is just chunky enough to hold the line.
They're just gonna die and evaporate.
Just
Suyo
gonna
prayo,
die.
Suyo.
Sand rises when I give the
They
word.
ban out the Khalid, given that it is still Edward and Renegade lacking their picks. Another gold laner.
Run deep.
Oh, it's
Oh. Oh
okay.
wait, yeah, I didn't notice. Wow.
I didn't notice they didn't have a jungler yet.
Correct.
That's not usually how they draft.
So
Ada
we see the
Hayabusa kok, ada Alpha
I mean,
kok.
Hayabusa's great. Honestly, against
Bingung
especially
apa.
against Suyo,
Lihat
you
King
can
Kong
kinda
sih
use
Hayabusa
Suyo
ya.
pretty easily. You can also just duel him 1v1.
Nggak usah
But,
Rafaela.
Uh,
Oh buat musuhnya mungkin bisa Rafael.
I don't know how that's gonna fare for the rest of the
Kalau
team.
buat
Maybe
Fnop
after
udah
your
aman.
ult, you might have problems with damage.
Orang Cusin juga udah di
You know who
ban.
did with damage?
What?
Bane.
Ah, Bane is.
Upon the
Not gonna happen.
end of the
This is
Nolan.
better damage. Nolan. Okay. All right. Carl DZ played a hell of a Bane last night. Didn't lead him to.
Karena Suyo bisa dilawan, Suyo itu masih bisa dipegang.
And the Nolan actually does kind of just answer the Vexana and the Harith. You can't go willy-nilly into
Yeah.
a fight.
You have to respect
Have to respect the
the
Nolan.
potential. So with that said, Renegade and Edward and Renegade, their picks are up.
Right now, is that Carmilla?
Yep.
That's Carmilla.
Carmilla into the Terizla. So at least now we can rest.
Bukan
easy
pecahan
knowing that this is
blacklist,
a
mereka
pro
beli 3
Carmilla
pemain blacklist.
and the Terizla on Edward.
Vexana,
Almost
Terizla.
single-handedly won
Ya
in the
nggak ada
series.
masalah
How
sih.
many picks for Renegade and the Carmilla?
This is his
Lunox di
second
ban
or
ya?
third
Second
total.
or third? Yeah, something like that.
Tetap gak ada masalah sih.
And
1-1
yeah,
gitu.
sorry,
Ya
1-1.
udah 1-1 cok
Alright.
bener.
All right.
Something
An
like
old
that.
favorite
Alright.
for Kelra.
All right. They can duel pretty well. Most of these people on Onic, again, they want to go fast. Go light McQueen.
Not allowing this game to go past the 18-minute mark would be their best bet.
Juara MPL ini.
Advisable that they
Jauh,
use
masih jauh,
Arc.
masih jauh guys, masih jauh
They
guys.
got 2 boxes, man. Well, one is a circle technically.
That's right. And take out the Harith, take out the Suyo early. It was actually really good. Shut him down just like they did in game 1.
But here's the thing, they don't have any real hold for the Suyo. Their best hold to the Suyo is just kill it.
Yes, the Suyo doesn't care about that box. He's just gonna vanish from
Oke lah 1-1.
existence.
Needles in Flower
And
ngedodge.
if not through
Aman.
that, they vanquish.
Ngedodge curse.
Suyo, we'll find out as we go to game number 2.
Ngedodge ini itu.
And here we go. Welcome once again to the English desk here. I'm Nisu, joined with Ingan. And you saw the lineup ratings from the
Welcome
index
to
here, man.
Mobile
It's
Legends.
quite a difference. About a 7.5 versus a 4.9 or so. But this time around, we'll see if Aurora can at least get to a later game. Because if you missed game 1, it was because it was a record-breaking, 934 or so. So we'll see. Adjustments here. Ingan, how are we feeling about the lineups?
Okay, so far, I like that.
Cuman early game-nya 1-1 jelek ya. Apalagi ketemu Harit. Masih bisa dimain-mainin. Terus juga Harit masih ada shield. Mungkin ini FNOP agak-agak lebih sabar dia. Lilia kurang lah.
So I think they can counter out or at least prevent the early aggression that Fnatic
digas gak tuh lo?
plans to do.
Yeah, part of this too is, I mean, we've seen this a couple times now, like Leo and Rockhart mentioned, you know, the Eve, it's only, maybe two players, right, that have found success on it.
Suyo di ban rugi, mahal.
Few being those two.
Few players.
Yeah, literally a few players.
Kecuali ada Suyo God ya.
And, you know,
Ini
for the
Suyonya
most
masih
part,
kadang-kadang
like,
itu
you
bisa
wanna fight around the
dipegang.
box, but I think
Jadi
even
gak di ban.
regardless of the Eve or not, the big thing here
Level
is,
5 Nolan di
once
Turtle.
again, Brusco having his hands here on the
Lihatin dia mau
Galaxy,
setup
like,
ya.
this is gonna be a problem,
Kalau
I feel
Yue-nya
like,
sampai
for
kelihatan, nah itu Yue-nya kan. Oh, Renege yang diincar coy. Mati.
But instead, Renege is the
Tadi
one
Menkai?
who's gonna
Nah,
fall.
dikejar.
First blood will be picked up by Brusco.
Rugi level 5 nih.
Fnatic is turning it around.
Oh nggak jadi coy, diambil sama Demon Kite.
That is the big thing for me.
Kalau
because
Mia
right now,
gimana?
the teams
Gue lagi
that do go
ketagihan
ahead
nih
and
pakai Mia
grab
nih, seru nih.
the Gatacacha, like this is
Gila,
he's a little
card-nya nggak ada yang
elusive
lihat,
because
guys.
when you are targeting him down, even this early point in the game, and he has to
Card-nya nggak ada yang lihat,
revitalize, and he's tanky,
Dia
and
masuk
then
dari
he
belakang.
get that little extra heal.
Ya,
from the
udah cepet
passive, like,
keluar.
it's tough because you think you're gonna take him out, and then all of a sudden, boom, he gets a shot in, passive procs, revitalize
Level 6
goes
nih
through,
di
and then
Turtle.
next thing you know, he's half health, right?
Yeah. And also the fast star response.
Kalian jadi keras amat ya? Iya,
Go to
sekarang lagi
Eden,
banyak
bringing
kali.
down Renege, Carmilla, who's
Sekarang gue
quite
tau guys ya,
active.
jadi ultimate-nya tuh kadang-kadang dipakai bukan buat buka, tapi buat mancing skill kalian keluar. Terus nanti dia kabur pakai ultimate, nge-regen belakang, terus team fight lagi.
So let's see.
They're gonna approach this. Edward, like you said, this time around, he'll hold that front side. Does have the penalty zone and the flicker available, so they're actually gonna take this very slowly.
Semangat.
Super Prince also waiting around the corner. There's a knock-in.
An onward combination onto Renege. King Kong just waiting for the perfect opportunity.
Demon Kite.
But still, Demon Kite gets it. Edward goes in as well as Brusco, and Renege again will fall down. But Demon Kite will get the turtle.
Yeah, Demon Kite gets the turtle. That might be all they're looking for right now. They don't want to give too much over to Fnatic Onic Philippines. Again, this lineup that they have, especially the fact that we have Renege on a Carmilla, they want to be able to play into their team fights, especially later on. And what I mean by that too is for Domeng to use that Harith later, once that Curse of Blood is used, or UA lands that knock through with the Eternal Guard, then that's great. But they need certain timings with Aurora's lineup, whereas Fnatic Onic, they have
Boleh
enough
loh
crowd
dia.
control and just kind of innate durability on the lineup that they have that they can actually just fight. They can skirmish. They can be fine. And whether King Kong is there or not, you'd be surprised at how much damage is going to come through between, you know, Super Friends, Kirk, and Brusco, especially because Kirk has the Warcry Emblem, and he already gets the Thunderbelt locked in at this point in the game.
Yeah, he actually likes it when you're dealing damage to him, because eventually, when his passive is stacked,
Yeah.
and he casts his Primal Wrath,
Boom.
oh, you're the one who's gonna need an ambulance.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like the durability of this lineup is tough. Whoa, here we go. This is by the way, real quick, the all-time total damage taken in MPL Philippines from season 1 to season 14. That's a whole lot of numbers.
1.380548055.
That's 1,380,548,000.
1 miliar
That's
kan?
a lot of damage.
So now there's a
Big
race.
damn.
There's a big damn race
380
between,
juta.
total minutes watched, hours watched.
Berarti
versus total
satu
damage.
season berapa tuh kalau dibagi 14?
Yeah, billions.
Man,
150 jutaan ya?
Some billions.
Billions of what?
Pesos.
Pesos?
Pesos or
Di bawah
dollars.
sih 100
whatever,
jutaan.
I
You
mean,
know what I would do?
Uh.
I would get all the recalls
In Phoenix,
of all the
Jonathan.
teams in MPL PH.
Rapid Gaming, terima kasih.
Yes.
Salam dari Jakarta
Okay.
Barat,
You know what?
That
Tanjung
means I need a
Duren.
financial advisor.
we'll leave it at that. You know, yeah, at that point, no, you have all the calls. Turtles up here, second one of the game. Back to it. Kirk holding down the front side. And Renegade trying to get some vision there as well.
Okay.
They're going to go for this. King Kong waiting patiently. Super Prince also picking up the glowing wand in this. They'll take their time. Is Demon Kai able to get this?
Brusco with the AOG.
Wah,
and this time
masuk-masuk
King
cuman
Kong gets
retri, enak
turtle.
banget.
Brusco pops his revitalize, still wanting to go on to Renegade. Edward goes in with a penalty zone, plus the removal manipulation coming in for Super Prince.
Dikejar Yue-nya tuh.
And let's see, because King Kong still
Kong.
working on Yue.
Kejar Yue-nya.
He's gonna bring down Yue, a turtle plus a kill. No trades for Aurora.
Yeah, that time around, Aurora doesn't get
Suyo
the
sakit,
turtle.
tapi lihat sesakit-sakitnya Suyo ya.
You see how
Damage-nya tuh masih bisa
slow they're
diterima.
taking those two. Like they're taking them, that turtle to about half
Oh,
health, or a little
Cirebon
bit
high.
lower. They wait and wait.
Bener
and then
Cal, kayak di MDL.
Fnatic just like, yeah, we'll fight you. And that's the power, once again, of having this real-world manipulation, having the options to even just jump in
Menang
with
AP tadi.
Brusco with that Avatar of the Guardian. Because you can see this, you know, he doesn't even have that first item locked in. But what is there is that Thunderbelt for Kirk. You've got the glowing one, like we mentioned from Super Prince earlier. Counter-Strike only here for King Kong, but the fighting power is going to come later for Aurora's lineup, especially when Domeng starts joining the fights, and they hopefully can play into that Curse of Blood, like I said, from Renegade, but Renegade's nearly having the same experience that he did in the previous game.
Yeah, he's having a hard
Selamat
time.
malam,
Easily
Fantisi.
getting bursted down and targeted out by even Brusco. And I like the dynamic between Brusco and Kirk, because Kirk is the frontliner, the zoner, the vision provider, and Brusco's just waiting for the brush.
Wih, diincer gak tuh, diincer gak tuh?
Gonna get bursted down by Super Prince as they
Astaga, gila, masuknya barengan berlima. Berlima maksudnya barengan. King Kong persentase ratingnya 97%. Gils.
This, I like the way Leo mentioned it earlier.
Jangan cari yang nggak ada, guys. Echo udah nggak lulus.
Is so annoying for the team going against it because you're not even safe under your turret. You always have to worry about where is this guy hero landing on. Like that's what he's doing.
He's the epitome
Nggak ada yang
of
nangkap one
tower
makanya.
dive. Literally
One last
diving.
pick kan.
He's literally a tower dive. Might be even tankier than a tower.
Mereka cuma ngandalin burst
King Kong works
damage.
on the top lane turret, but
Domeng belum tumbang
He
ya.
has a stun, okay. But he's gonna wait
Kiri
patiently
kanan belum ada yang
for
tumbang,
an
guys.
opportunity to strike.
This is his moment, but is there enough follow through and a follow up from this? Turtle's gonna go for a reset. Oh,
Crossbow attack onto Domeng. There's a 1v1 between the two gold laners.
oh they're doing
Dikejar
it now.
gak tuh King Kong?
Okay,
Mau
now
di
good
zoning,
zone
mau di
here for
zoning.
Renegade onto King Kong as Aurora works on the turtle. They
Thank
will
you,
get an
7 Sen.
uncontested turtle. Now they want to go for more. Working on Brusco. Will there be a counter attack coming in from Fnatic though? And there was almost a kill from Kelra onto Domeng. He was able to cast a crossbow attack, but still lacked the damage to do it. He canceled this recall. He wanted to go for Kelra.
Wah.
Oh, he
Nah,
wanted
itu
the
yang
kill.
dicari tuh.
The next
Iya,
standard.
mati.
Might fall in the hands though of Super Prince and Kirk. There's the counter attack and the recall.
Cepet ya backupnya ya.
Kirk. Oh man, you gotta love that. You gotta love their recall here. Renegade, does he want to fight this?
Okay,
Hidup
we're able to
Renegade.
avoid the curse of blood. Brusco, King Kong, Super Prince is here. New manipulation again from,
Wah, masuk semua ke
Super
tengah.
Prince. Bounty zone.
Wah.
Kirk's gonna fall down. They want to go for more. King Kong has to
Sayang
escape.
banget,
They're up
Kirknya tadi
against
udah gak punya
more.
ulti ya.
And there was a trade Aurora was willing to take.
Good fight there. I was a little worried for Aurora, but luckily they rotated
Secara
fast
draft,
enough.
gue suka kanan.
They got that down. They also got the flicker out from Super Prince, and then
Hari itu orang
Demon
menang
Kai
siapa
swapped in,
mau cari hero power.
got the
Menang
Soul
Harit.
Sever off. So that's the thing. It's respectable damage, especially with the Suyo here. It does get the BOD now locked in. So he's got the Hunter Strike, the Blade of Despair. So that damage is starting to come online. Even so for Domeng, it was a very aggressive, I'm going to take you out, Kelra. He got him. And so now he is also in a position where, all right, he's better off, right? He's got two of the items that he needs, Starlium Scythe and the Feather of Heaven. They're good. At this point, Aurora, if they can catch a member or two off.
Enggak sih, Carmilla diambil buat ini doang. Main combo nanti dia.
His job is literally get a stun and
Penalty
maybe
zone.
drop that Curse of
Di
Blood.
combo
If he
dengan
can do
Curse of
that,
Blood, di
or they
combo
follow
dengan
through
Eternal
off
Guard,
of
di
Edwards
combo
from
dengan
his zone
Domeng,
these
di combo
fights,
dengan
when this
Suyo.
ward comes up, that's gonna be
Dan
great
sekarang
for them.
Kelranya
Look at
jadi
this
Nits,
push.
gimana Nits?
Kelra just going full force on this tier 2, unbothered down the bottom.
Yeah, he knows that in terms of 1v1 up against Domeng, he's going to have a hard time. Again, this is a Harit that has an advantage, especially at this part of the game. So as much as possible, he's going to try and avoid those 1v1 skirmishes. And then
1-1
make
Harimau.
use of the mobility of 1-1. Just go for the turret pushes as Fnatic Onic works on the lure.
All right, they're gonna go ahead and spot out Kelra
Ya
here.
lebih susah kan, lebih struggle
Aura's
kan.
up at this point. Fnatic. Uh-oh.
King Kong goes in with a fracture.
Itu sakit banget, gile.
Keller just continuing to free hit.
All right, they'll keep him at bay. No one goes and presses it forward. You can still see if they can play around some of the macro, push the side
Kiri main combo
pressure
besar.
somewhere else, they'll go for it.
Kalau kanan main single
But with
hero
this
nih.
minor lead
Kayak masing-masing
that
hero-nya
Fnatic
bisa make a
has,
play.
they can play into it. King Kong
Edit bisa
coming
make a
from
play,
battle.
Yves bisa make a
Edward
play,
Comes up top.
Nolan bisa make a
Aurora will
play.
reverse down this Lord, though.
Gak perlu nunggu ada combo
First
gede
blood
yang masuk ya.
2.7K gold
Kalau Aurora kan nunggu
Fnatic
combo gede
has,
masuk.
and the
Eternal
potential
Guard
of
follow up
Fnatic
dengan
will just go for the kill
apa-apa-apa, nah
instead of
itu.
the objectives.
Just trying to spot out what he can. Knows
Pro
where
player
Deep
kenapa
Cut
gak ada
is
yang pick
down too,
slow?
so they'll go ahead and get
Mana bisa
repositioned.
dipakai?
No one really has to commit to the Lord at this point because
Lebih
even if they
dahsyat
can really
daripada Lukar tuh,
win a
Selong.
team fight, right? There's nothing hugely in favor of Fnatic's lineup except for the fact that, again, rearward manipulation around a Lord is great. So that's why you see, even for Aurora, they kind of have to worry about where's that setup going to come from, where is also there going to be a jump in. That's always the problem when it comes to these fights. Brusco jumping in. Red J also holding down the front. He's going to go in for
King
the
Kongnya cuma
stun.
nyicil sekali tadi. Wah, maju nih. Curse of Blood kepake, guys. Maju nih, kejar nih.
Connecting on to two. A double kill from Brusco. King Kong works on Demon Kite as Demon Kite backs away. And a perfectly executed Lord Dance for the Sonics.
Bagus
I
banget.
don't know, man. I think Brusco's after the MVP again. It's got a Kacha. You can't even run away.
Kandidat hero
you
yang jadi
have one
counter
way
Suyo.
to
Ruby,
exit, and he's just like, no, that's not happening.
Khalid.
Boom, Avatar of the Guardian. We're going to take a look at the Infinix
Gatot
replay
Kaca,
once again of this
Edit.
fight. It was quite messy. Like, Renegade goes for the stun.
Harley.
And boom, unbreakable.
Harley
Gets
jarang
the taunt. Forces a defensive penalty zone.
Katanya RRQ udah
sees
punya
the
idol,
opening,
jadi udah
charges up.
gak usah aja. Gila, bagus
Avatar
banget.
of the Guardian,
Bem.
hero landing, Brusco. double.
Mendarat
Like,
gak tuh di
this is-
depan?
This is why I don't know. You gotta not give up the Gatakacho in this kind of series, especially with this kind of case. Like you lose those fights, you lose those battles too easily.
And this is what you were saying even down to game number 1. Like, if the AOG is being casted in your Turisla,
Yeah.
like,
Where are you gonna go?
where are you gonna go?
You already defensively used
Your penalty zone.
and the flicker. Like you're a sitting duck. You know, you're not gonna get far from that. Here it is again.
Okay, AOG again connecting.
Pressure-nya di RRQ gede kali. Itu kenapa tuh Brusco tuh?
Will indeed secure an inhibitor turret. Curse of Blood will be casted as well, but the Kelra is able to walk away though.
Brusco
In
lompat
exchange for
dalam
Brusco,
banget, Cok.
Fnatic Onic might be able to get an inhibitor in the bottom as soon as the minions will arrive. Viewable manipulation coming in from Super Friends though. And Aurora just continuing their immense defense. And now here comes Kelra, trying to work on Renegade. He has no stacks yet for Kelra for the crossbow of Tang. As Domin casts a Zaman Force to make sure to defend.
Jadi
the
banget
inhibitors.
Oronnya tuh.
That time around, Brusco jumps in, hoping that they can at least get that turret off that first Lord. Doesn't happen, so Aurora does go ahead and defend successfully. 1 HP on that turret left, but nonetheless, a good defense given the circumstances. So we have to start thinking, all right, Aurora. They show that they can fight, they show that they have capabilities, and yes, they're down 5,000 gold, but they're in a position where they can at least fight. They can at least go toe-to-toe. Not sure if they'd actually completely
Tapi
win,
one-one-nya juga
as
gak ada yang
long
bisa
as
pegang.
They're fighting into that death box, and that's where this is difficult. Interesting pickup, by the
One-one
way.
inspire,
The
Bang,
prolific
bukan
gun.
purify, Bang,
This is
itu.
an item that you don't see often. It was brought
Karena
up
kalau
with
gak
all
salah
those
dari
new
ini ya,
items that
Minana
come
Epos
up,
ya.
but not many people pick it up, and it
Dari mana ya dia
increases
ya?
that range.
Bentar,
So
cek dulu.
this is also going to help Kelra, you know, hopefully
MPL, PH.
get that airtime a little bit faster, a little bit easier to get those weak points down as it increases the range. So
Yeah,
with,
he misses that Beatrix.
yeah, he missed
sniper
the
from
Beatrix.
Beatrix.
He misses the sniper.
Karena
But you
last
know
pick
what?
1-1 -nya.
Overall, because Kelra doesn't have to worry about too much. You know, like it's more so of what is Aurora going to do and how does he
Oh, Kirk
respond
itu
to
bener dari Minana
And
Evos.
a lot of times when you have this Gatakacha, you just respond to him and where he's jumping
Benar
in from.
ternyata.
Yeah,
Tumben
it's like follow
benar.
the leader. In this case, follow the Brusco. Follow the
Brusco.
AOG. And for Aurora,
Oh.
the thing is, you have a lot of kit
Bukan,
on the Curse
bukan.
of Blood. You have
Dari Minana
Inventor Zone,
Evos.
a lot even Zaman Force.
Ketemu
and, of
ini,
course,
teman
the
setim
whole
Domeng,
team
Domeng.
unit. I think at this point, with the lead established by Fnatic Onic, 6.2k, you need at least all to connect. So you have a chance in going up against the Sonic, especially with the second Lord.
Even with that lead, look at this. They're still going to take some time off this Lord. Not going. Oh, no.
RenJ goes in with the Curse of Blood onto the backline, but gonna get punished by King Kong with the Fracture AOG again.
Brusco.
Coming in from Brusco, but
Doming.
Doming answers right back with a kill of his own as Kirk brings down Doming. And here
Kelra.
comes Kelra all the way from the back, working on Demon Kite. Not even afraid to go up against two. Edward
Wah,
getting back
Kelranya
up the kill onto
bante-bante,
Kirk.
men.
And a 1v1 between Kelra and
That's it.
Yue. And that's it. King
Belum.
Kong works on the base, but Demon Kite and
Belum,
Edward
belum,
is
belum.
here. They have minions onto the bottom lane. It's going to be enhanced. Kelra just continuing to work on Edward. Here comes the crossbow of tag. Eventually he's going to bring down Legend Zero. Legend Zero stays alive.
Gila,
And
satu
the
hit lagi,
defense
men.
From Aurora will succeed.
Oh, I thought that was going to be it, man, but unfortunately not enough, and King Kong was marching in with those minions. But Aurora will live to fight another day. That body of Smith passive really
Masa
came in clutch
gelap
there
enggak,
for
Kara?
Redward. Not going down.
Live
But
MPL 23
right now the
sampai
Lord is
20.
up. Fnatic will go ahead and get in position for this. Aurora, it looks like they still want to fight, possibly, to try to steal this away or do something. But again, they're just throwing their bodies towards Fnatic, really wanting to fight. Oh, waiting for a better result.
Okay, AOG coming in from
Kerknya kalau keluar
Brusco
sakit
all the way
banget
back.
tuh.
And Demon
Ini nggak ada yang
Kite
pulang
gets
nih.
the Lord, but they're gonna
Nggak ada yang
bring
pulang
down
nih berarti
Doming,
nih.
punishing, and Demon
Tuh,
Kite
nggak ada yang
Fnatic
pulang kan,
only
mati
doesn't
4.
care about the Lord. They want to go
Goodbye.
for the kill.
Selesai.
Goodbye, Yue. Goodbye, game 2. Fnatic is on match point.
Took them a little bit longer, but they're going to charge up and wait to march into the base here as they go and show off. They're all charged
Hancur.
up.
Fnatic just savoring the moments, and again, thunder, lightning, brighter than the lights of Aurora. Match point for the top seed this season.
Thunder struck right there. Fnatic on Philippines. They make it look too easy right now. What's going on here? This is definitely a refined version of what we even saw in the regular season, if you could get better than that. But panel, Leo, Rockhart, take it away.
Gila.
And in a flash of light, Fnatic Onic, after a false lord take, wipes out
Tebak MVP
Aurora
ya.
to hit match point.
Kelra MVP-nya.
Leo here, alongside Rockhart. Is it just me or did
Yang nggak
he sound a
kebagian
little scared
tiket playoff datang
after
aja.
making that final
Ada
call?
festival di
He did.
depan.
And I
Tetap
respect
masih bisa
that
nonton
and
juga
his
bareng-bareng
opinion,
ya. Cuman
but
bedanya
also
kalian di
have
luar,
respect
ada yang di
that he
dalam.
said something very, very spicy
Panas bang,
earlier.
jangan takut,
And
kipasnya
we'll talk
banyak
about
cok.
that just in a bit. What
Cuman
they
siapin
deserve,
stamina
though. The
aja
Lightning
sama
Gods
banyak
have
minum
descended,
vitamin.
and
Iya.
I
Biar seger
I
pas berangkat.
actually
Kalau rasa gak
didn't
sehat
know
jangan
you could
berangkat.
improve on what they already did.
Tim Indo
It
apakah
feels
bisa
like they
menyanyi
just
fight?
keep
Bisa
getting
lah.
better and better.
Orang
I
Fnatic
don't
di
know how they
Indo
do
aja
it.
cuman peringkat ke
It's
5
just
ya.
mind-boggling for me right now.
Dear
But
Lord,
Lompat tuh.
is that a back-to-back
yeah,
MVP performance? I mean, it's
Brusco, coy.
0-16.
Kira Kelra.
but over and over again, he threw his body at Aurora.
Lagunya kopi
Died a couple
kanan.
of times, but still bought so much space for his whole team.
that's right. I mean, he threw his body up on front,
bukan
but a lot of
1-1?
more bodies hit the floor. And I think at that point, you kind of have to wonder, is that a reason?
Ben
is that the
Gatot
reason
gak
why
sih? Sudah
earlier
2
in the
kali
few
loh
matches that we
MVP.
saw as well, Gatot Kacha did get a lot of attention in these games. And like we mentioned in the first game analysis, man, this is also a reason, an embodiment, right? Gatot Kacha is like the embodiment of
Lihat
FNAF
Brusco-nya selalu
overall.
jadi badan
Right,
banget ya di
first
depan.
phase of minimum pick. He was picked second.
Benar-benar
for
ngebaying
game one,
time
but this time
lama
around,
banget
It was
ya.
this and the Edith, and it was so worth it.
And you look at that. Multiple times in this game, Yue could barely make it out of the range of Nolan. And King Kong just gave him the
Kayaknya Gatot harus dibandingin dia lompat
I
guys.
almost
Set.
forgot that King Kong was a fragile Nolan. Because of how strong
Selesai.
the impact is of Bruce.
Amin Ivan, amin. Terima kasih.
King Kong can just like walk in, and then there's very rarely anything left there to threaten him, and it's just he's a glass cannon. The Nolan is a glass cannon, but
Right.
with Brusco's tough body
Oh my
and
goodness.
just his CC. Look at that, the smile on King Kong is like, yeah, thanks.
Yes, sirree. And that was also like a big display of the mechanics of Kelra, preempting the knockup of Eternal Guard. Small stuff like that just really add up over time.
This is interesting Is that a pull yourself together on Kelra's 1-1?
Yeah, that I feel like that's
Kenapa Khalid gak terlalu laku?
Or your
Masa?
battle spell?
yeah.
Laku di match sebelumnya Khalid terus.
I'll double check.
Aladin Romer, Aladin XP itu laku di match sebelumnya. Kalau di match ini nggak laku.
You're inspired.
Aladinnya lenyap yang di sini.
Alright.
What about that?
Again,
Ya ada emang kuat, cuman
very
tim fight
specific
terakhirnya lihat gak dua
pickup
kali tuh
for
momennya
Kelra's
dia
1-1 if you wanna
ngejar-ngejar
try
si
1-1
Yue.
in your ranked games. He also picked up the Malefic gun. So this does indeed as
Pokoknya
well.
intinya kalau kalian lihat Aladin
Allow for you
guys
to
ya.
trigger crossbow tank.
Terus kalian pengen
Just add
menang,
insult
kalian
to injury,
arahkan
right?
Aladinnya ini biar jadi romer gimana caranya
Over
gitu
the
loh.
range, given that 1-1 compared to most other
Kenapa Gatot dilepas di saat mereka pick hero tabrak? Nah itu dia, salah draftnya di sana.
Mark.
in the gold lane.
Suya bisa dipakai di
Shorter range
playoff.
compared to them. So this helps.
Aladinnya di ban ya?
Tuh
kan Aladin itu ada tahu. Siapa bilang Aladin gak kuat? Kuat Aladin, tapi di XP ya. Lu taruh Aladin Romer lagi, sekali lagi gue lihat nih Aladin Romer, awas ya.
So
Because
you're
it's a normal
saying-
attack.
You're saying if they walk
Lihat
out of the
MPL
original
temanya
trigger
serasa
box of
MPL
the
zaman
crossbow
dulu.
tank,
Back
will it still
back
click
in
given
time.
the passive effect of the Malefic gun?
Something
Biarin
for
mana
us to
si
check
Erin keluar
later,
dong.
right?
You
Because
go
that's
to the lab for that, but yeah, no.
100%.
Something that's food for thought.
A great food for thought here as well is Super Prince's second win on the Eve, I believe.
Aurora
Bro,
kesusahan tapi menang
the
tetap.
Eve in itself is definitely not the most impactful hero. But if you put it on the hands of like really quality
Playoff
players,
MPL ini minggu depan.
it hits different. I can't believe how much
Sebenarnya
it makes a difference.
Harit lawan 1-1 bener. Kalah power kan di early game buat si
Into a
1-1.
bad situation when they pick fights. 'Cause look, there's a box for the
Ini kan yang like udah mulai banyak. Yang belum follow dulu, terima kasih ya. Thank you.
If you put up a real world manipulation around it, you neutralize those effects.
You literally contain it.
Mending flicker
Yeah,
apa
in a
pasif
box.
So
Aurora?
there's so much that Aurora are
Mending
doing
buat flicker
within
apa
zone.
pasif? Apa tuh?
If Super Prince answers back,
Mending
with
buang
an RWM
flicker
board,
atau apa?
it-
Hah?
Worse, if he sets up the RWM first, it makes Aurora's
Laning-nya
layered
lebih kuat
approach
Harit memang.
harder to execute.
And all
Ini
these-
Brusco kok
exactly,
kuat
I mean,
banget.
you're
Kekuatan
nullifying how
kangen
many
dengan
heroes,
martabak.
right? Like two.
Terima
three
kasih,
heroes
Puang Adi,
already
thank
with
you.
just one ult.
Emang kuat
The
sih.
math
amazing.
doesn't check out.
Ya ampun, muncul kematian
That's
dateng
like
nggak tuh?
Not, it doesn't compute in some terms. But then again, that's F not making things make
Ada di
look
sebelah.
so simple, right? It's so simple for them.
It's these little
Karena nggak ada
decisions
panggilan, you
and how
win, you
fast
win.
they're able to deploy and adjust on the fly along with each other's communications that make Fnatic Onic the scary team that they are.
And I don't know how they can get better.
Kenapa
than
gak
this,
di
to be
ban
honest.
Gatot kacanya
It's
ya?
hard.
Maybe
Nah itu dia, kayaknya game ketiga pasti di ban lah. Tapi kalau mereka ban Gatot, mereka bisa ada Aladin nanti berkeliaran.
Family is now at match point. Kaya naman isa
Berangkat
pa
nanti minggu
tayo
depan,
kay
last
Minus
month.
Antinara. At nandito tayo ngayon sa
Kenapa
ating
PH pakai
Atlas
Infinix?
Match
Kan
where we
sponsornya
break down
Infinix.
everything that happened in game number
Bukan. Yang pecahin WS-nya Vernop itu Omega, udah gak
Aurora
lolos.
MLBB. We've talked about how
Mayoritas
proficient
nanti,
Brusco
Kevin.
is in terms of using the Gacha. But what matters the most is the fact that
Real cuy.
FNOP seems to just get whatever the
Fansnya
factor
muncul
is
kematian
when you
nggak
have
tuh?
to pick the Gacha in your
Ya nggak,
lineup.
belum ada
All
panggilan
throughout
di
the match,
sana.
They knew that someone needed to be in front to tank and soak up all of the damage output necessary so that the Gacha will be able to set up using that avatar of the Guardian. On top of that,
Ini kira-kira kalau game cepat tetap bilang nggak respect stream. Enggak lah. Justru bagus kalau game cepat. Soalnya game satunya, match satunya udah 3-2. Capek gak sih habis dari match 1? Buset. Tapi emang Gatot meresahkan ya. Dengan Revitalize dia kayak bapak-bapak yang sakti banget.
The fact that Kelra built the Malefic gun. We were
Nah,
talking
kan
about
udah
this
kayak
in
ada
the
perubahan juga kan di
analyst
sana.
in the
Nggak tahu,
panel
gua udah
with
terlalu
Midnight,
ngikutin.
and we've seen that the Malefic gun gives you 25% attack speed. Not only that, it gives you also added, in a way, range in terms of
Malefic
your
gun
basic
nggak tuh?
attack. So I think that's one of the few reasons as to why Kelra chose to go with this item specifically. Nabanggit din na ginamit ang Pull Yourself Together, which ensured na you have another 15% cooldown reduction in terms of your battle spells.
Revitalize nggak bisa
And that
di-cancel.
is
Hilang
everything
50% doang.
for the sake of a super family.
Soalnya
But of
passingnya dia
course,
ngisi lagi nanti
that
kan.
is only game number 2 between them.
Ya, ada setelah ini ya
Let's
tetap
head
mereka yang
over
main.
more to our host, Maracino.
All right, everybody, let's go Fnatic. Go! One more time. Let's go, Fnatic. Go, go, Fnatic. Go! Go, Onic! At kasama natin dito, eto
Ano, Marky?
dito! Marky, kamusta kayo?
Okay lang, okay.
Okay lang?
Masaya. Masaya kami, masaya. Masaya po, masaya, masaya.
Hito, ang tagal ka naming hindi nakita.
Hindi, ano lang, nagtatago lang, nagpapahinga lang.
Oh, dati CEO levels, may sunglasses. Ngayon, parang di ka na nagsusuklay.
Wala kami suklay sa bahay kasi wala nang pambili.
Bumalik ka kasi dito sa MPL Philippines eh. Yun ang sagot. O, sino nga ba yung sinusuportahan nyo?
Ako, isang tao lang eh, si Kelra lang eh.
Si Kelra.
Hindi,
oh.
Onic si Kelra lang, si Kelra.
Si Kelra lang. Okay. Si Bestie, Marky.
Onic po, Onic.
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 Siyempre, dating taga-Onic.
TNC pa rin yan ha, TNC yata yan.
Wala na eh. Nandito lang. Oh, next season. Oh, okay. Sige nga, ano ang mensahe mo since ikaw, dati kang nandun sa Fnatic Onic, anong gusto mong sabihin sa kanila?
Yun, good luck sa Onic, kunin nyo na to.
Kunin ka ulit?
Hindi, kunin nyo na yung ano.
Okay,
Kunin nyo na.
nila to. Okay.
Kunin
Hito.
nyo na yung kampiyonato.
Okay. Kala ko nagpapa-wink-wink, get a clue ka dyan eh. Oh, Hito, anong gusto mo sabihin kay Kelra, yung bestie mo?
Kasi si Kelra, gusto ko talaga siya yumaman. Gusto ko siyang mag-successful para kasi yung kayamanan niya, meron din ako. Kaya Kelra, galingan mo, Kelra.
Sige, kung nag-champion, anong gusto mong, anong ang aas mo kay Kelra?
Wala, request ko na dyan, Mustang tsaka House and Lot.
Oh, Mustang.
Tapos pagka may sobra pa siyang extra, Rolex.
Rolex. Sino naman pala? Ikaw naman, Marky. Anong gusto mong sabihin kay Kelra?
Good luck. Sana makapag-MC sila.
Okay. Now, eto. Nandito tayo ngayon. It's 2-0. Ano ba ang prediction natin dito? Match prediction.
Wala na, sweep na yan, sweep. Sure na.
3-0 clean sweep.
Sure na sweep? O pag hindi sweep, anong gagawin mo?
Wala, hindi na mangyayari yun. Sweep na yan, sure.
Anong
100%.
consequence?
Marky
Paano
masih
ka
di
makisa
gig fam
Aurora?
gak sih?
Wala, hindi na yung makakaisa, sure.
Sasayaw daw siya. Sasayaw.
Sasayaw kasama mo.
Hindi, siya.
Kasama ko siya.
Katanya tebak-tebak prediksinya berapa? Prediksinya
Kasama
berapa?
kayo.
Hindi,
Hindi, kahit anong mangyari, wala na.
Terus dia jawabnya 3-0.
1,200.
1,200. Okay. Ay, ikaw, prediction.
Oh, prediksi.
3-0.
Aurora.
Langsung Tetsu.
Ano?
Aurora.
Onic.
Oh, Nick, may 3-0.
Oh, ke evil.
0.
Okay.
Dalawa na nga eh.
Tatanong lang.
Ay, sige. Marky, ikaw naman.
3-0 na lang po.
3-0 din. Okay.
3-0,
Now,
3-0.
kung manghuhula tayo,
Bigyan
sino
aja
yung
seru.
dalawang koponan na feeling nyo makakaabot ng Grand Finals?
Kena mental karena
Sino yun?
fansnya
Daw,
kacau.
una, sabi niya.
Siyempre, wala na tayong ibang choice lang. Di Onic tsaka Bren na yan. Wala.
Onic and Ben. Okay.
Sekarang itu match jadi
Ako
coach
kasi,
ya.
mali kasi yung prediction ko kahapon, di ba? Omega tsaka Onic. Baka kung sino yung sabihin kong team, baka hindi
Prediction!
makabasok
Quick prediction!
Apa tuh lower atau langsung
sige,
pulang apa?
ano?
Enggak, lower. Ini kalah lower.
Baka maiba. Onic tsaka Blacklist.
Onic and Blacklist!
Blacklist.
Oh,
Blacklist,
ikaw.
oo nga, baka
Final
iba.
prediction.
Aurora tsaka Onic.
Aurora at saka Onic. Okay, bakit ulit? Tapos magtatapat ulit. Alright, tingnan natin kung sino nga ba mananalo dito sa ating game number 3. So, babatunan natin to sa ating panel. Tulungan
Katanya
niyo ako
finalnya
sa
Aurora
pagpasa,
sama
okay?
Onic gitu.
Dito, tulungan mo ko.
Kalau yang sana itu
Ikutin na to,
finalnya
Max.
Blacklist
1, 2,
sama
3, panel.
Blacklist sama Onic.
Indeed, it was a falsetto hit.
Iya, kini dia muncul kami mengerikan we.
As a cap. Eto Max.
Marky di
Coach of
Evil
TNC
Singapura.
Pro Team and
Kalau
the
lulus berarti.
solution, Marky of Evil from SG.
Tuh, Evil from
I
SG.
wish we could
Singapore.
have spent more time with them.
Yeah.
And I think that'll only happen if the series extends. But I think they called it right. This
Tontonan
might
yang
actually
cepat
be a
gak?
sweep.
It looks like it, by the way.
Skor
No
update
other
2-0
way
Onic.
around it, to be honest. We're going to try to dance around the fact that they're probably going to go 3-0. And in case you guys don't know, by the way, big history there. They were former teammates, those three. And Marky is actually, Kelra calls him his mentor. So it's really big to see them there right there.
Oh, the ties that bind. Let's throw over to
Potensi
Onic.
jatuh
She's
di
over
nerf
at
ya.
the
Ada lah
MPL
pasti.
playground.
Pasifnya kayaknya mau dikurangin.
Para samahan kayo dahil alam kong masyado na mainit ang mga matches natin dyan sa loob. Dito muna tayo sa ating smart booth para mag-chill. Ano kayo meron dito? Hello! Hi! Ano daw meron dito? dito?
May libreng skin daw po kasi dito pag bumili po ng smart SIM po.
Ay, may free skin. So, sino ang gusto mo makuhang skin?
Gusto ko po si
Kahit
si Alice
Marki
po.
Esport.
Alice
Yang Marki tukang gendongnya.
Mo eh. Okay, it's now time para piliin mo. Sino ba yan?
Cigarette after kayang siapa lagi?
Chamba po.
Ay, Chamba, yan ba yung gusto mo?
Chat
kay
aku
Johnson
ya
po.
om kalau udah main.
Actually,
Itu
dalawa
siapa
po yung pipiliin na
anjir?
skin.
Ay, dalawa?
Kenal aja enggak.
Meron din ata
Itu yang kayak gitu-gitu yang gue bilang dari tadi ya. Bocil provokator.
Kasama ang ating ambassador.
Kayak seakan-akan gue kenal dia, gila.
Kung paano nga ba
Ada lah
to
kayak
be
gitu.
your own MOBB hero. You just have to post your photo using the hashtag SmartPowersMPLS14. At dito naman sa kabilang side,
Yang
yes,
MVP Marki
your
terus
assassin.
anjir. Marki
Flex.
Esport.
Ano kailangan nila gawin dito?
Ang kailangan lang nila gawin dito is to get the 6 points, to get the skin. All you need to do is purchase a Power All 99 or a prepaid eSIM. So yun, para makasali.
Visit Smart Booth now. At ngayon,
Lu harus
puntahan
beli
naman
prepaid
natin
eSIM dulu baru main ke
ang
sana.
ating Index Salon na
Tangkap-tangkap
booth.
nanti semua ya.
Kahapon nakita na natin yung mga face paint, hair dye. Bisitahin natin kung sino nga ba ang sinusuportahan na team na nandito ngayon sa ating booth. Let's go! Ay, parang merong nagaganap na pagkukulay ng buhok. Hi! Hello, madam! Hala, sobrang itim ng buhok niya.
Nah, itu kalau kalian datang ke sini juga bisa dihias, rambutnya bisa diwarnain.
Onic po.
Terus bisa dikasih apa? Stiker-stiker di muka, nah
Niya lang,
gitu.
pero Onic ang kanyang sinusuportahan. Yes,
Kalau mereka tuh kalau nggak salah provider ya sana.
Yes, ma'am. Paano pag hindi? Only at Index Salon, you can experience temporary
Gratis
hair
yan,
dye.
pasti gratis.
Gusto niyo iba-ibang
Tuh.
kulay ng inyong buhok, just visit Index Salon. It's time to flex your fandom here at Index Salon booth. Everything is for free, kaya naman kita-kits tayo dito sa MPL Playground. Back to you guys.
Rockhart.
Sponsornya salon gila.
Missing out.
Aku mau
Missing out.
I need to
I
get
didn't
my
know
hair.
that.
rambut gak ya
Get
besok
my
ya?
hair colored.
Oh, kali
It's a
ya.
lot of fun down at the MPL playground. So go ahead, visit. If you come in for game day and you're a little early,
Yeah. I
might
got
be
conscious there.
might be a good idea to roam around. There's more than just the smart booth, the index booth. There's a whole lot you can do.
That's right.
Selamat malam, Farid.
The merch booth is actually there. They didn't show it, but
Ya, biar dia
it's
sponsor
right
salon
next
tiap
to the Index Salon.
seminggu sekali potong rambut.
And I think, you know what? To be fair, we might have a lot of time since, again, this could finish quite early.
Maybe tomorrow, Odin might go ahead and visit the merch booth, show us here on the show. But once again, it's time for you to show us your freshest look.
Oh, look!
There's a booth for the official supplier of MPL Philippines, and that is Index Salon down at the MPL
Waduh, siapa
Playground.
tuh?
Give them a visit. Who is going to be our freshest face here?
Is this a King Kong cosplay?
Oh, she got that Korean vibe.
Oh, yeah. The porcelain doll vibe.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Oh, look at that blonde.
look at that
blonde. Is
hair.
that what they call platinum blonde?
I think so. They got the hair flip down and everything.
That's got to be Index work.
That's probably Index work.
That's
Really,
gotta be
really good. And I think
Index
I think that's the winner.
Fnop,
There
fnop,
you
fnop.
go.
I mean, they're all winners at the end of the day.
Ikutin head and shoulder
Watching
gak?
these guys play.
The handsome and beautiful members of the MPL Philippines community.
It's a pleasure just having.
Apakah ini menjadi
around them. You know
match
what I mean?
tercepat ya 3-0?
They don't need to
When they're not pushing down backdrops.
when they're not pushing down our you know
You know.
our fangs. But it's always so fun. That's also a reason why, guys, you're not too late. It's not too late for you guys to join us.
Gak
here.
salah fit
You
Gatot
see
Kaca
the-
mau
this
kamu
place
lagi
is
gunting
full,
rambut
right?
ditonjok sama
So
Gatot
the
Kaca.
crowd shots, they're super full. Surprisingly, there are still some
Apa tuh
spots
sampo dunia
Like
lain?
for day 3 and 4.
3 or 4 seats.
Yeah,
Bayangkan guys, lagi potong rambut ada Avatar of Guardian.
There you go.
Das.
that's right.
Atau kalau udah dia permisi
Get
lagi
ready
sapu.
for
Om,
that.
kalau lihat
Are you
om.
ready for this?
Anjir.
These numbers
Skip
are
anjir.
off the charts as well.
This is
Skip,
ridiculous.
skip.
Home team
Serem
now
banget tuh.
bringing
Itu salon
3,
serem.
5 for home. Away picks 2 and 4. Fnatic Onic back in the
Lagi
driver's
potong
seat.
rambut,
They
ada
say
dia
we're
pukul lantai.
blue. And they have an
Kena setrum anjir,
82%
geblek,
win rate when
geblek.
they
Skip,
pick
skip
their
guys,
sides.
skip guys.
And
Jangan
they
mau
are
potong rambut di
approaching the
tempat-tempat seperti itu ya,
90%
bahaya, bahaya.
The 90% on blue.
That just means there's a 90% chance that they win a game.
Blacklist
If they
sama
pick their-
Aurora.
if they pick
Ya
blue
mereka
side.
bakal
They
ketemu
win
nih di
And they go
bawah.
blue side now.
90%.
Kalau
90% of the
kataku,
in blue.
Sorry, 90% of
nah,
the
harusnya masih menang Blacklist ya. Seharusnya masih
Bro,
menang
I don't know
Blacklist.
who else can do that in MPL history.
Oh, aku
Maybe
Sonic sip,
another
mantap.
team in Indonesia.
SRG is close to that
SRG is
number.
close as well. But yeah.
But to do it in the Philippines, to do it here.
Bro, it's different. It's different, right? So we're going into game number 3 with some pretty low expectations. I'll be honest, right? I voted Aurora. I predicted Aurora, but it's pretty slim, bro. The chances
You
of them.
voted Aurora?
I voted Aurora in my posted prediction.
Suyo bisa, kalau mau diambil, ambil aja. Mahal guys, Suyo guys. Tadi menang Vecap 3-2 match 1. Blacklist lawan AP Brand. Vecap menang AP Brand. Itu udah dijawabin sama Renita loh, kamu kok gak percaya sih? Wah, Gatotnya dilepas lagi. Gatot ada lagi. Tapi Suyo dulu lah. Master Suyo dulu gak sih? Kita Suyo kan dunia 93%. Gatot dikasih, ambil Gatotnya, ambil Khalidnya. Aladin Gatot gak sih? Guys, Aladin Gatot gak sih? Berani gak Aladin Gatot? Atau kalau enggak, nggak bisa Harit, gue mau bilang Harit.
Probably Hayabusa. Yeah? Hayabusa, alright.
Aladin Gatot, atau Edit Gatot.
Coach, why not saying, yeah, let's not wear out the Gatot.
Too much, right? But they could still pick it up here and it would still look good.
Tigril! Wow, no Gatot, man.
How about this? Okay, coach.
Suyo OP Suyo. Cuman early game ya, ngandelin temen.
Brusco picks it up. Bro, coach, I'd win.
It's
coach.
the signature Edith and the signature Tigreal. Best performing heroes for Fnatic Onic.
Nah lo, Tigreal ini bro.
This is wild, honestly. Khaled's open though. Maybe they can answer that. Maybe, I don't know if Edward can be ready with that pick.
I wouldn't say. I couldn't say. Maybe not.
Mereka mau tutup linknya
right?
nanti.
It's so
Linknya
hard
bakal
to
dipaksa pakai
actually
Tempest
think
of
that
Light.
can happen.
There's so many ways to stop the Khalid from doing his thing.
Kalau ambil Gatot takut menang cepat.
Yeah, body slams, throw it out.
You invest in mid or gold.
Brusco siapa ya? Om Telolet Om.
This early.
Obviously for mid, so many options. I think Valentina is great, but they go the other route, the Faramis.
Faramis?
Take the Faramis.
Just to make sure they have it.
Ban the Valentina.
Harus ban
Oh,
Valen.
Valentina's banned. Yeah, they're gonna ban
No,
now.
you ban it, yeah.
Alright.
So
Ben
the
Valen
whole
pasti.
Valentina, Edith situation, it's a soft counter.
Yeah, it's not something that's really hard, high up on the priority list of these coaches.
Optimis 3-0, optimis lah.
Catch-all. You won't win.
Biar gue bisa lurusin pinggang coy.
It makes it a little awkward, but
It's just nice to do it,
when you're
you know?
playing against a beast of an XP laner, like
Itu si KB kuat banget.
There's the Val ban anyway.
Ini belum putus-putus deh kalau live stream begini.
Just to make sure that
Hebat, coy.
every single bit will help, right?
Yeah.
If you're facing a caliber of a
Coba cari
team
ada
like
kali ya.
Onic here, every advantage you can get, you take it, no question.
say what you will about me.
Wah.
Talents glazing
Belum
up
putus gila,
Fnatic
dia udah
Onic.
duduk 6
But
jam.
if that's your thought process, you haven't been watching season 14. We're just
Kalian
telling the truth,
kalian
folks.
kesana
He's
gak
got to
kenal?
watch all season long.
Jangan
2
lupa
months
berdiri,
of
Bang.
them just destroying
Pinggang nanti.
everything.
And this is the same for me and
Tapi barusan cici masa.
I'm looking up the Renegade a little too
Gila,
much.
gue gak kuat
Maybe
gue
right,
gak bisa gue
but
single
this guy
tag gue pokoknya 3
figured
jam
out
2
the
jam
maybe
udah
this
harus
one they
berdiri
need-
dari
maybe they
kursi.
need a tempo breaker, maybe they need to get the chow
Gue
on
merasa
him.
kayak kaki gue kebas tau gak sih kalau kelamaan.
It's at 2-2 right
Apa
now,
efek tua atau apa
for
tuh?
his record in season 14.
Yep.
Edward lost within the XP lane. Are we expecting a switch?
Romer
I
2
did
sama
consider that
EXP
now. Now that the
01.
stats come up, I didn't expect that maybe
Romer
you
lah
guys would throw
kemungkinan
that
gue.
onto Edward.
I believe they haven't had
Paling
that
lama restream
much
aku pas
of
masih muda
of a
dulu.
win against it. But again,
2017
it's just still
ya.
on the table.
7 jam
And
atau
it kind
8
of
jam
depends
gitu.
as well on the last 2 picks here of FNOP, I guess.
They're allowed to flex. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. So this is
Gimana
the
popnya
role player
30 menit game
and
Black.
then the
Lu main
last
Mobile
flex
Legends 2 game atau
of
gimana tuh?
There you go. Alright. Pretty safe.
Bagian
Super
ini,
Friends,
bagian
we mentioned this
BA-BA-an.
for quite a while now that he is a guy that you gotta actually, he doesn't talk as much, but you gotta watch out for this guy.
His game talks for him.
His game talks for him, man. And he's super
Oh,
loud.
Gatot
in the
kaca di
comments.
band. Ada Khalid nih. Ada Aladin guys, ada Aladin.
Didn't
Mau
know
nggak?
until like a few weeks ago.
Mau Aladin nggak? Dikasih nih Aladin
Very
nih.
loud guy.
So
Coach Jeb would know.
I know Coach Jeb would know 100%.
Yeah,
I'm
Coach-
sure he played with him once or twice.
Aurora dulunya nggak ada. Mereka beli slot. Minana Evos.
Super Friends was pretty loud.
There you go.
All right, so with that said, I'm expecting that this is indeed the hero pick. You're gonna see a gold laner here.
Aladin taruh di inilah XP lah, cowoknya Rom.
Harith feels like the easy pick.
Ya kalau duduk lama ngapain anjir, pinggang sakit. Kalian kira duduk di kursi gaming ini enak? Serius lah.
Oh, they're protecting Doming.
I mean, I guess they can kind of
Kalau Domeng las, kemungkinan Nathan dia. Kemungkinan Nathan.
Into a weird Beatrix situation if they pick up the Harith.
Atau Harit ya, ambil Haritnya sekarang.
I can see now signs of frustration sinking in. Because there was a choice. You protect the overall lineup and you hide the flex, or you just protect Doming at all costs and you reveal.
Tuh lo, pakai Infinix gila.
100%. The free people here, except for the save for the link, are meant to just protect one guy.
Yeah,
and this is the last pick.
They take it away.
Haritnya diambil.
They were running out of options and they made one
Nathan
choice.
dong berarti.
And now Fnatic Onic is going to pick the better of the two. They pick the Harith.
Wah, dia ngelepas Harit.
And the Lilia. Oh dear lord.
I would
Super
say
has uptime up the wazoo.
3-0 is real.
That's a great move, honestly. Just force out Doming.
Kelra itu masih muda, men.
Weird scenario.
20 sekian something lah.
100%.
Di bawah 25 yang pasti.
Beatrix is gonna go down here like a fly if you put the
Nathan.
Beatrix here.
Oh dear.
So they go Moskov.
Oh yes,
Oh,
he looked throughout the whole debacle. The Moskov was still left open.
So he's still got a pretty good pick for him.
Infinix berapa?
Their number one best gold laner all season 14 long, but the fact that Onic picked up the Harith
GT20 Pro.
shows
Weh.
that Fnatic Onic was willing to give.
Oke tahu, layarnya itu kalau nggak salah sudah support AMOLED ya.
It just still feels like Onic had the advantage on the draft.
Kalau Aurora kalah lower bracket ya, lower bracket ya.
I mean, considering Kelro picked up the Harith, yes.
Yeah, they gotta get up close and personal. So Aurora have to entertain.
Match-nya cuma Faramis, emangnya cukup?
And of course Aurora
Cukup.
has to stick close to you as well, making sure
Cukup gila.
fights are always close to the
Tapi
chest.
cukup lah.
boxes. Expect to see those.
Faramisnya dipakai buat prolong team fight, jadi panjang.
It's match point for Fnatic Onic Philippines. Let's throw it over.
Dari draftnya, gue sih tim Fnatic Onic PH ya. Fernop guys.
Thank you very much, Leo, rock hard with a breakdown. Yes, it's match point right now.
Tapi kalau tiba-tiba 2-3 lo gak win, gak mungkin
Very
gak sih.
decisively taking game one.
Semoga Faramisnya diberikan kesehatan yang banyak nih ya.
Aurora with the lineup they brought to the table. It's be nice to join with Ingan. Ingan, do you think this lineup will bring Aurora a better result and take him to another game? Because your hair's on the line here.
Yeah, my hair is on the line. Brusca though, really flicker because of the pressure you and Renegade.
You said it so nonchalant, like you're not going to shave your head if this isn't 5 games.
It's impossible, no. I'm not going to shave my head. But again, going back to your question,
Yang kalah lower bro.
I think,
You like this lineup?
yeah, because Renegade's show.
Wow, suyunya kayak suyunya Omong. Yoi, kok tahu sih? Jadi gak enak.
Baka Renegade though.
This is Renegade.
He's known for using the Cho, and at the same time, Demon Knight has been performing well with the Link, plus Yue, plus Doming with the Moscow. And just
Whoa!
like that, see, we told you.
Dimarahin kenapa nyebutin kan sponsornya mereka
scores
itu.
the first blood onto Super Friends, who mind you is one of the top players, not just in a specific role, but all throughout all the players. Has one of the best KDAs.
Tujuh kenapa gak laku di MPL Indo? Belum kepake, belum bisa keluar.
With the dash out, evades Demon Kite. That was close.
Yeah, that was close. Again, going on to the point here, at least for Renegade, like
Apakah Bittersweet akan kembali menggunakan Lilia?
on a Roam, Terizla, and a Carmilla. Like, that's one thing. But we all do know that
Yang di lower Blacklist sama Aurora, betul.
it
Teman
is
lama
still
ketemu teman
difficult.
lama.
It is still going to be crucial that he's able to find the, you know, the marks that he wants to, the kicks that he wants to in the right
Ada
direction.
bocil caper guys, ada bocil diam.
Because he's also working against a Tigreal who he's been known to
Skornya masih
really
2-0
love
ya.
this season. Oh, Renegade, like said here, Turtles up though.
Kenapa Pasco?
Fnatic Onic just working on the turtle. Tempest of Blades will be casted, but again, King Kong will secure that turtle in exchange for Kirk's life. Ember goes in with a penalty zone to bring down Kirk, but Super Friends answers right back with a kill onto Renegade. They're still working onto Brusco.
Gila, Brusco masih balik lo, gila berani banget, cok.
Now Demon Kite can kill Edward here. They're chasing after him. Will the body of Smith be enough? And I think it is, because Edward will be
Ya
scot-free.
ampun Theo.
Tanky enough with that passive body of Smith.
Aurora bukan pecahan, dia beli 3 pemain yang Blacklist.
King Kong able to get the objective. Renegade again.
Oh, and the concussive blast.
Oh man, this
will burst down Super Friends.
It's
Yanto menghilang dari lane.
tough
2 kali berbuat kesalahan.
Super Friends has to just deal with Renegade doing this, and even though he gets, you know, a couple shots here and there, picks
Oh
up
si
a couple kills.
Pascol. Itu hiburan men kalau malam tuh. Lu lagi stres nonton Pascol aja tambah stres.
You know, Super Friends is one of the few players that does still like to go with this Lilia pick and has a lot of
Ini babak playoff.
majority of the picks for the season overall. For this Lilia, I think it's been picked up about 12 times or so.
Yeah.
Tadi bagus loh decisionnya si Brusco. Ya.
Kick onto King Kong, but Killer answers with his damage for Spear of Destruction will connect though. King Kong in his mortal state now for the extra movement speed.
Yang keluar Blacklist.
The thing is for Fnatic Onic,
Amin tambah Pascol.
Aurora snowballs in the early game.
Super Fringe Lilia. Dia sering pakai sih gue lihat.
Yeah. Like, so
Lilia emang di early game masih kurang sekarang. Tapi nanti begitu dia level 12 enak banget. Mulai gak respect. Mulai hilang kendali, Bray. Oh ya, lagi drawing sekarang?
But overall, the game in the later portions, as long as they control Domang, because again, this Moskov too can go ahead and put pressure side lanes with a link. So your macro options for Aurora's lineups are going to be good. Like they have a couple options. They don't actually always have to fight. And Domang especially, you know, he'll just plant himself in the side lane and then join with the Spirit of Destruction. Yeah, basically what Keller's been doing during game number 2. Domang can just replicate it, but this time have an easier time because this is a Moscow with Spirit of Destruction now. The turtle fight can ensue here. We have 5 members for both of these teams. All right, Edward also front side Renegade too. Fnatic Onic Philippines will have to just respect the fact that, you know, they could get set on. As long as they play, they know that they also just saw that
tarik-tarikan turtle.
He didn't get the kick he was looking for, but it's available now. Domang picking up a frozen sight for this fight. Half health on the turtle. They're going to get their time. It has another realm. King Kong gets the turtle.
Geblek si Jelly.
Also connect. That was the blade coming in from Demon Kite. 4 blades, but the damage not going to be enough. Brusco will go down, and King Kong with a second skill.
Guys.
Gonna burst down there.
Ya, dipegang Super Freeze. Itu King Kong yang ngamuk. Saat ditiup selesai.
That was a kill onto Edward by King Kong.
Fnatic Onic Philippines just got a whole lot in that exchange for the turtle. Couple kills.
Suyo sakit. Ya kayak Suyonya Wawa lah pada standar lah ya. Standar Suyo. Standar Suyo. Sakit karena teman-teman yang lain bisa main ya. Lu jangan salah ya. Maksud gue gini loh, kalau teman-teman kalian juga nggak bisa support dia, mati Suyonya. Intinya jangan kasih makan lawan terlalu banyak. Kalau gak Suyo. Minusnya Suyo kan kalian tahu kan, kalau itemnya nggak jadi. Suyonya mau ke ini Hepta tuh. Wow, kok batuk. Kalau Suyonya lagi kalah item, nggak bisa kayak gini, mati nih. Mati guys, ini namanya sudah tidak ini ya. Situasi sudah tidak kondusif ya teman-teman ya. Fnop sedang tidak kondusif suasananya. Serius nih Kenran nih. Buset, serius gak tuh dia? But Aurora got 2 kills. Spider siapa sih namanya tuh? Udah gak main dia. Kan gak ada pilihan siapapun.
And so, you know, he had a little lead, but he got punished. So good pick up there for Aurora, and now they can go ahead play around once again.
Respect. Janganlah. Oh, jam 9 ini, Cok. Ada meeting, Cok.
It looks like they're going to bring everybody here.
Tiga nol lah. Biar kita cepat push rank. Spider-Man itu jagonya dia di ini. Di mana? Hero-hero tempel.
They're going to keep Domang top side, so he'll join the fight if he wants to, and Demon Kite just there too. Yue with the Nether Realm Spear of Destruction will connect Edward, not on time.
Mana nih? Implosion bang, Brusco implosion udah kepake ya.
Look at Domang, being worked on by King Kong.
Kelra-nya alamak Kelra, ampun Kelra.
4 members of Aurora went down.
Yue itu
in the
tumbang
hands of
loh
the
tadi.
KK connection as they take a turret
Alamak.
with them in the middle lane. In the lead, Aurora
Kalau mau lihat global band, lihat
earlier
MAL,
is
lihat
on
MDL.
Fnatic's side with 1.9k.
I don't know.
Alamak.
We got to get a replay of that. That was a play and a half, and also
King Kongnya jadi nih itemnya tuh.
man.
Oh dia War
What
XT.
a play, getting that double. I thought Doming would at least be able to get him, but he didn't. So hey, quickly swinging
Betul
over
sekali,
in
easy
favor now.
Jir.
Fnatic Onic Philippines, massive win right there.
Fenope
Just
emang kuat.
in that fight alone for the third turtle,
Scope-nya stres.
giving them a big momentum swing. That's going to be a tier 1 going down as well. So for Aurora, you're seeing
Ya
that
kalau
struggle.
gajinya
You're
3
seeing
digit kayaknya menarik
almost
sih ya.
to a point too of a little bit of a desperation. What can they find?
Kenapa jadi MAL? Ya gak tau, gue asal ngomong aja.
Kind of the
Global
pressure
band gak
that's
sih
being
MAL?
set all around from Fnatic Onic in terms of the team fight.
Kan katanya kenapa nggak global band ya?
Dealing with some of the side lanes for
Besok
now,
jam
pushing
berapa
where
nih?
they can. But the pressure now on the box
Gio,
is
bu
what's
ada Gio
problem.
nih. Choji,
Problematic for
Pulung.
Teamkite.
Oke.
They're going to steal away the orange buff. Now the problem is for Aurora is that the Nether Realm's always being casted early because of the potential of the burst. Now Renjay with a good seal. But Brusco knows
Kalau
this
Renajanya
also.
masuk jadi anggota Kumar coy.
Renjay though, but they're going to focus instead onto Edward. Penalty zone defensively with the Nether Realm as well. To try and evade the attack coming in from Fnatic. Now they're
Renajay mau masuk dari belakang udah gak bisa. Wah dipegang guys. Kena super friends, mati dia.
Flickers out, Renjay is alive.
Wah, kepatil pantatnya. Ketembak.
Queller. And there it is, thunderstruck once again.
Prosotan nggak ada di sini prosotannya.
Good attempt at trying to
Itu prosotan cuma ada di
everywhere.
servernya kita by the way ya.
Renjay won't get
Kalau
away
buat di
from that
turnamen
one.
nggak bakal ada itu prosotan.
Look at this.
Brusco oke lah.
Fnatic has time to flex their recalls, which by
Rora
the
kalah.
way you can buy.
Inteyong nggak tuh boleh.
Uncontested
Kita flame shot ala Suyo.
Huge swing.
Bisa.
Huge momentum boost.
Udah
for the
BOD nih
Sonics.
udah nih.
Wow. Man, it's at this point, if you're Aurora with
V1
this
oke
kind of
lah
lineup,
V1. Paling bagus V1 kan
it's
udah juara dunia
you're
terbukti.
almost wondering, what do we do here? What can we find? Renajay, he's the guy that tried to get the pick off like we've said, but I said Cho struggles, Zaman Force.
Lihat Kelranya, wih nakal banget Kelra,
Working on
wih.
doming. As Renajay tries to zone them out, here comes
Demon Cat lagi datang Demon Cat. Bisa apa cuy dipaksa turun.
Play this methodically, gonna wait for the Lord, and eventually burst down the inhibitor turrets. Plus the shields have been popped. Fnatic with a 5.3k gold lead, they can easily end this.
Suyo itu butuh kekompakan guys.
Renajay jumps in a little bit. Shields are the goal right now for Fnatic.
Suyo di epic
Top one
space.
goes down as well. Turrets are still up. Couple poking here.
Ya, mereka udah langsung kumpul banyak, kumpul tengah. Padahal baru jadi 2 item. King Kong level 15, Demon Cat level 12. Menurut Amawar dengan performa FNOP kayak gini bisa juara gak? Sangat-sangat memungkinkan sekali ya.
Fnatic just playing out of their minds again. Beautiful setups coming in from Brusco. And prior to that clash, you could forget.
Kalau combo-combo mekanik mending Suyo, Julian, Pakito, Suyo.
Double kills. So it seems like Fnatic isn't bothered by the huge start. Amazing.
Renajay dari belakang tuh tapi gak tahu dia mau target siapa memang.
Now for Aurora, what do you do in this situation? Again, going back to your point a
King
while
Kong
ago,
jadi
they
Black Mid
have
King Kong.
an advantage when it comes to macro because they have the Ling, they have the Moskov, and they still have their inhibitors intact. They can go for the macro game. Try to create
Dia bisa
slow
dipakai
pushes, try
nanti.
to create split pushes.
Yeah.
Fnatic Onic with their mobility. They
Seharusnya ada
also
beberapa
know
tim yang pasti
potential
prayonya
Aurora
buat
that
pakai
they can do
Suyo.
this.
That's almost a problem though too because with a snowball
Haritnya ya gimana guys. Harit lepas. Lilia juga udah gak mungkin kepegang. Yang paling mungkin mati itu King Kong sebenarnya.
almost deleted. You know, you got to purify. That's about
Yeah.
it. King Kong
Besok
just
ya
hunted
Venom lawan
down
AP
and worked
Brand.
from there. Whoa!
As you were saying,
My
it happened.
goodness. This is. I guess it was an understatement.
Besok kalau nggak salah siang ya. Ya gue gak bisa watch party itu anjir.
That's why Yue also has to pop his Nether Realm right away whenever clashes start because of the potential of the burst. A conceal coming in from Fnatic Onic onto the bottom lane. They're going to force out the clash here just to get an inhibitor turret. Doming with Spear of Destruction will connect and they're going to burst down the inhibitor turret. Kelro goes in, Edward as well.
Kelranya dikejar tuh. Bagus banget Kelra mainnya. Wah gila sih Kelra ini boleh-boleh nih. Dia mundur sampai belakang banget tadi. Wah, ditiup sama si King Kong.
Demon Kite is the one left. 1 second before UA respawns here, and Fnatic has minions.
They have the minions. Couple members to defend.
Zaman Force for Kelra working on the minions before the rest of the Aurora response. Tempest Blade coming in from Demon Kite. Fnatic just finishing things off, and they will advance and face
banget.
in the upper bracket.
Saudara-saudara kita ya, saudara-saudara Fnatic Onic PH. Sangat-sangat kuat sekali. Too easy game guys. Terlalu easy gak sih? Astaga. Main apa nih mereka nih di sini? Jangan lupa di subs ya teman-teman yang baru datang ya ke plat merah saya ya. Yang ada di TikTok juga di follow. Thank you. Brusko lagi men. Berikan piala ini kepada Brusko. Lawan sepadan buat RRQ. Lebih serem ini gak sih? Rambutnya sama semua itu, gila rambutnya, lihat tuh rambutnya. Preference doang yang agak beda dikit ya. Rambutnya sama semua. Gila dibantai 3-0. Lihat rambutnya coy, lihat rambutnya. Gak bohong gue, kecuali Super Friends rambutnya sama semua. Lihat ya. Kecuali Super Friends, abaikan Super Friends mid laner-nya. Lihat nih. Wah, yang sampai di belakangnya juga sama, gila. Oh, ada satu yang beda sih, siapa tuh? Itu cadangan nggak dihitung lah ya. Cadangan nggak dihitung lah ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fnatic Onic Philippines will be going to the upper bracket finals. Congratulations, Kelra.
Padahal lebih seru kalau yang lolos itu Liquid Echo kemarin.
Paano nyo ipapunish ang inyong opponent? Complete domination. Talagang pag
Spider-Man. Oh, itu Spider-Man di Onic juga, cuma jadi cadangan.
You guys beat your own record. Kanina, I don't know if you know, game number 1, fastest game
Undercut
so
atau
far,
mulai?
9 minutes and 34 seconds.
Ora mulet, ora kepepet.
Nyo, be aggressive and finish the game early. Was this the plan all along?
Sa kasi pagiging aggressive, madalas sa kanilang apat nagsisimula eh. Kumbaga, sa first turtle doon nagsisimula yung mga aggression. Kaya
sama cok.
Nakikinig lang ako eh. Bahala na sila dyan. Basta galingan na lang nila.
Kecuali Super French ya.
Alam nyo ba that you beat your record?
Hindi.
So you just went on all along, di kayo nagulat na, parang ang bilis matapos yung tinalo
Rambut
natin
sama,
sila.
muka juga sama. Ya udah guys, gue istirahat dulu ya. Gue istirahat, nanti kita lanjut lagi buat push rank. Terima kasih. Wolf Cut yang ini, Wolf Cut. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow guys. Jangan lupa buat di follow, di subs.
Ito ang lineup, ito ang
Sampai jumpa besok.